There is a rule that quietly went live this year, in 2026, and it could hand a bigger tax bill to some of the most disciplined savers in the country. If you are over 50 and you earn a strong income, the way you have always padded your retirement account may have changed underneath you, and almost nobody sent you a warning. No headline, no letter in bold red ink, just a line in a law from years ago that has finally taken effect. Today, the retirement rule that trips up high earners, and the simple way to stay on the right side of it. If you like the fine print explained calmly, in plain English, before it ever costs you money, take a second and subscribe. Just a few clear money breakdowns a week. Now let us talk about the change almost no one saw coming. Here's the thing that makes this one so sneaky. For years, once you turned 50, the retirement system handed you a gift called a catch-up contribution. On top of the normal amount you could put into your workplace plan, you were allowed to add a chunk more, so you could make up for lost time as retirement got closer. And for most people, that extra money went in the old-fashioned way. Before tax, you put it in, and you got a deduction for it that same year, shaving your tax bill right now. That combination, save more and pay less tax today, is exactly why catch-up contributions are so loved. But starting this year, for a specific group of earners, half of that deal just quietly disappeared. The money can still go in. The upfront tax break on it cannot. And the frustrating part is how easy it is to miss, because nothing feels different until you look closely at your own paycheck or at a notice buried in your plan documents. So let us make the rule plain. It comes from a big retirement law passed back in 2022. And this particular piece was delayed for years before it finally switched on in 2026. Here's what it says, in human terms. If you are 50 or older, and the job that sponsors your retirement plan paid you above a certain amount last year, then your catch-up contributions, that extra slice on top, can no longer go in before tax. They have to go in as Roth. Now, Roth is not a punishment. It is just a different bargain. Instead of a tax break today and a tax bill in retirement, you pay the tax now, and then that money grows and comes out completely tax-free later. Same account, same investments, only the timing of the tax flips. For years, high earners defaulted to before tax on everything because the deduction felt too good to pass up. This rule takes that default away on the catch-up portion and quietly moves those dollars into the pay now, tax-free later column, whether you planned for it or not. And it helps to know the exact borders of this rule because it is narrower than the panic around it suggests. It only touches the catch-up portion, that extra slice for people 50 and up. Your regular contributions, the main amount, are untouched, and you can still choose before tax for those. It only applies to workplace plans, like a standard employer retirement account, not to an individual retirement account you open on your own. And it keys off what a single employer paid you, your wages, not your investment income, and not your spouse's pay. Knowing those edges keeps you from overcorrecting. Let us put real, current numbers on it, because that is where it gets concrete. In 2026, the base amount most workers can put into a workplace plan is $24,500. If you are 50 or older, you can add a catch-up on top of that, and this year, that catch-up is $8,000. And there is a special window if you are between 60 and 63, where the catch-up is even larger, $11,250. Now the trigger. This new Roth rule kicks in if the employer sponsoring your plan paid you more than $150,000 last year. That figure is the one the tax authorities set for this year, stepped up from the original number written into the law. So picture someone who is 55, earning about $180,000 a year, faithfully maxing that $8,000 catch-up every year. In the past, that $8,000 went in before tax, and at their bracket, that was worth roughly $1,900 off their tax bill that year. Starting in 2026, that same $8,000 goes in as Roth. So this year, they feel it. Their taxable income is $8,000 higher than it used to be, and that $1,900 break is gone. That is the trip up, the surprise waiting on the tax return. But here is the other half of the story, and it is the half that matters more over time. If this is clearing things up, Subscribe so the next breakdown finds you, because this next part is where a headache can quietly turn into an advantage. Because that $8,000 going in as Roth is now doing something the before-tax version never could. It is going to grow for years, and every dollar it earns along the way will one day come out completely tax-free. No tax on the growth, no tax on the withdrawal. In a before-tax account, the government stays your silent partner in retirement, taking a cut of every dollar you pull out. In a Roth, you have already settled up, and the rest is truly yours. There's another quiet perk too. Traditional retirement accounts eventually force you to start taking money out whether you need it or not, through required withdrawals. Roth money in your own account is far friendlier on that front, letting your savings sit and compound for longer. So yes, this rule takes away a tax break you were used to. But what it hands you in exchange, tax-free growth and more flexibility later, is genuinely valuable, especially if you believe tax rates in the future are more likely to rise than to fall. It is less a penalty, and more a nudge into a kind of account many high earners were quietly underusing anyway. So how do you actually stay on the right side of this, instead of getting blindsided by it? 4 simple moves. Step 1. Figure out if it even touches you. This only matters if you are 50 or older, you earn above that threshold at the job with the plan, and you are actually making catch-up contributions. If any one of those is not true, nothing here changes for you, and you can relax. Step 2. If it does apply, make sure your plan actually offers a Roth option. Most do, but not all, and this is the real landmine. If your plan has no Roth choice, the rule can mean you simply cannot make catch-up contributions at all until the plan adds one. A 2-minute call to your plan administrator or to Human Resources answers this, and it is worth making. Step 3. Reframe it in your own head. Do not think of this as losing money. Think of it as being pushed to pay a little tax now on a small slice of your savings in exchange for a pool of money you will never be taxed on again. For a lot of people, that trade is a good one. Step 4. Adjust your cash flow. Because the catch-up is now after tax, the same contribution takes a little more out of your take-home pay, and your refund may be smaller than you are used to. Plan around that in advance, and it is a non-event instead of an April surprise. So let us bring it home. Starting in 2026, if you are over 50 and a high earner, your retirement catch-up contributions move from before tax to Roth, whether you meant to or not. You give up a tax break today, but you gain tax-free growth and more freedom tomorrow. The people who get tripped up are the ones who never saw it coming. The people who come out ahead are the ones who check if it applies, confirm their plan is ready, and treat it as tax diversification instead of a loss. That is the whole game here, turning a quiet surprise into a deliberate choice. If this made a confusing rule feel simple, subscribe and stick around. It is the best way to keep these calm money breakdowns coming. Next, we break down how your investments are actually taxed, in plain English. So gains, dividends, and the difference a single year of holding can make finally start to click. And one honest note before you go. This is general education, not financial advice. The numbers here, the contribution limits, the income threshold, and the tax bracket in the example are the current figures for 2026 and around illustration, not a recommendation about your own situation. Your income, your plan, and your tax picture are your own. So confirm the details for your accounts, and consider talking with a qualified tax professional before you make a move.